What? Virus? 2023? Show ending? Come on, it's 2013. They just made a movie where Twilight turns into a human. Welcome back, friends. Remember when Equestria Girls was released in theaters? Yeah, me neither. I watched it on YouTube like every other kid that was too afraid to drag my parents to see this movie. There's a lot to say about Equestria Girls, the concept, the characters, the fact that we thought this might be the last piece of Generation 4 content ever made, or at least I did for a little bit. Fans really didn't know what to think. I mean, this was the first movie made for Generation 4, and this was the promotional art? This! What was this movie? The characters all being humans was not an original idea really. Tons of art and even animations played with this exact idea online. But a movie. An official movie. This is weird. With dread but cautious optimism, we put on our Hot Topic Brony t-shirts and went into the theater alone to see what this movie had in store. Immediately, I'm hit with nostalgia. I joined this fandom around the time Season 3 was airing, and by far the most nostalgic era for me is like Seasons 3 and 4, especially Equestria Girls, because, spoiler alert, I actually like these movies. We follow the characters to the Crystal Empire for plot reasons, and Pinkie Pie uses the word nervous-sighted.
You're nervous-sighted! It's like you want to jump up and down and yell, "Yay me!" But you also want to curl up in a teeny tiny ball and hide at the same time!
And since then, I have used the word unironically for my whole life. This movie really wants us to remember that Twilight's a princess now, and that Season 3 finale was canon and is also the new status quo. That's right, this movie takes place after Season 3, but before Season 4, and is very much canon.
What's wrong, Twilight?
I don't know, Spike. I'm just worried, I guess. Princess Cadance was given the Crystal Empire to rule over. What if now that I'm a princess, Celestia expects me to lead a kingdom of my own?
Twilight's whole arc in this movie is finding out whether she'll be a good princess or not, and that's exactly the kind of story you would expect after Magical Mystery Cure. But I wouldn't blame you if you forgot immediately, because this movie is unapologetically a high school drama. And any high school drama wouldn't be complete without the... I love Sunset Shimmer. Well, sorta. She only really gets good in Rainbow Rocks. Right now, she's just kind of a shallow antagonist with a stupid motivation. But we can talk more about her character later because, oh my gosh, this intro... This is so incredibly hype. I love this. Nostalgia. Okay, but like, how did she know there was even anything like worth stealing? Like, how did she know that Twilight would be here? Personally, I like the theory that Pony Flash is like a double agent working with Sunset. Yes, Sunset! Get it! Correct me if I'm wrong, but in 2013, we had never seen another unicorn teleport. Teleportation was shown in the first episode to be very difficult even for Twilight, and only a spell for talented unicorns. To see another character be on the same level of Twilight was exciting. I mean, think of all the potential for... They're gonna be in the human world. Oh, what? Yeah, they can't use magic. Oh, she can't use magic. Yeah. This is a pointless ability? Okay.
Sorry it had to be this way.
That's like not her voice, what?
Prince.
That was deep, right? Oh my god, me.
Sunset Shimmer, a former student of mine. She began her studies with me not long before Twilight. But when she did not get what she wanted as quickly as she liked, she turned cruel and dishonest.
It's actually really cool that she used to be Celestia's student, and I think if it wasn't a high school drama, she would have been an interesting villain. Unfortunately, she's not a good villain until we have the hindsight of Rainbow Rocks, but, you know.
Twilight, you must use the mirror to go into this other world and retrieve your crown. Without it, the other elements of harmony have no power, and Equestria is left without one of its most important means of defense.
So, Twilight's gonna go to the human world to retrieve her crown. That's right, Twilight's going to go to the human world to retrieve her crown. Celestia said that none of her friends could join, hinting at the fact that she knew that they had counterparts and just decided to never tell Twilight. What they did tell Twilight is that she has 3 days until the plot will close the portal.
Ordinary mirror. It is a gateway to another world. A gateway that opens once every 30 moons.
So now Twilight's a human, and Spike's a dog too, but he's not important. And for all the hate that Equestria Girls gets, I think we can all agree that this is objectively a well-written and funny scene. I don't know, there's something so funny about seeing Twilight's initial reaction and her slowly learning about the new rules of this separate dimension. It's just well done.
Come on, Spike. I do not want to be like this for longer than I have to.
Relatable! See, that was just me in high school. Twilight remains in this sort of unsure of what the hell's going on throughout the whole movie, and it's really easy to tell that she's way outside her comfort zone. She literally goes from being on top of the world to being on the very bottom, and I'm glad the movie didn't shove this down her throat with a song about how out of place she is.
Like this.
Why is this? She's literally me, for real. For real, guys, she literally me. Okay, so the song Strange New World, definitely kind of a weak start to Equestria Girls songs, but it is short and fairly inoffensive. It's not bad, it's just very forgettable. However, the scene that follows is definitely one of the most memorable.
That's what I thought. It's as good as mine, and you know it. You really are pathetic. It's no wonder your best friends are all stray animals.
How dare you speak to her that way?
What did you say?
So Twilight stands up for Fluttershy, who is being bullied by Sunset, which earns her the respect of the other students because Sunset has a reputation for being the baddest bitch. Look, they redid the scene from the first episode. Oh my god, they're so clever. It's weird that Spike's like a dog, considering he's more like a brother to Twilight. Like, he has the intellectual capacity to be like a human, so why is he a dog?
Decided to give it to Principal Celestia.
Principal Celestia? She's the ruler here?
So Twilight heads down to Principal Celestia's office, and yeah, the ruler of all of Equestria has been demoted to principal of the local public high school. At least she got to keep her long-ass legs.
Were you interested in running for Princess of the Fall Formal this year?
No, not exactly. The truth is...
You could just steal the crown, Twilight.
It's Canterlot High's Big Fall Dance.
Just steal the crown.
Like the Grand Galloping Gala.
Steal.
Grand Galloping Gala?
Oh, it was a big deal at my old school.
And was there a princess?
Yes, but she wasn't exactly a student.
Crown.
Here at Canterlot High,
is
the
this
students
what we're
select one of their
doing? Oh shit, Granny Smith! So Fluttershy explains that Twilight has to win a popularity contest in this school from the 80s to get her crown back. And then she says every pony.
Why is every pony?
Wait, I did that one time! Okay, so I had to give one of those presentations in class, you know, the PowerPoint slide things. And I opened with, alright everybody, I cut myself off, but some people noticed. Also, are those veggie burgers, or is Muriella's counterpart in the school lunches?
So, now that I'm really looking at you, do you have a twin sister who lives in the city, has a pet dog named Spike that looks just like that one?
Okay, I fucking love how Pinkie Pie alludes to the Twilight's counterpart from Canterlot High, and the fact that she seems to have knowledge of Twilight's situation, like almost as if her and Pinkie Pie from Equestria are just switching places every once in a while for fun. Hey, look, it's Big Mac!
Yep.
Getting that union paycheck, are we, Peter? No. I wonder if they just have a folder of yups that they could use, or if they're even allowed to do that.
The only girl at this school you can trust less than Sunset Shimmer is Rainbow Dash.
So a huge plot point in this movie is the fact that Sunset drove apart all of Twilight's friends and she has to bring them all together, something friendship is magic. But like, why did Sunset do that? Like, just for fun?
Terrible!
Oh shit, it's the lesbian pride flag cosplayer. Snips and Snails are tier 3 subs to Sunset's Twitch.
Can't believe I didn't recognize you earlier.
Wait, literally? How did you not
Should've
know?
known Princess Celestia
Are you
would send
serious?
prized and her little dog, too.
I understood that reference.
Saying I understood that reference to a Wizard of Oz reference is the most reference I think you can get. By the way, Sunset's in her like mid-20s, so the fact that she spends her life bullying high schoolers is like insane and like a little sad too. It's not Sweeney Bot. It's just not. It's a pink swirl on a vending machine. Shut the f.
Got your phone? You got yours?
Yes, the first instance of cell phones in My Little Pony. Elements like this are the reason that Equestria Girls feels like a completely different show, and why Equestria Girls alienated many fans. But if you ask me, this might have been a good thing. It was nice to have a spin-off with the same characters that was mostly untainted by the fandom, but that's a huge topic for another time. I love that.
It's just as well, y'all. Some of the comments about our song were really awful. Epic fail.
YouTube is canon in the My Little Pony universe. The fact that this also counts as foreshadowing is... I can't. I like this movie so much. It's so stupid. So Twilight makes a fool of herself and then sleeps in the school library, which sounds like some kind of shitty YouTube video idea from 2016. Like, remember those paper towel fort videos? You remember them? Shit was crazy. So, turns out the entire school is subscribed to Sunset Shimmer's YouTube channel, and everyone saw the video she posted last night. Sorta like how you should subscribe to my YouTube channel to see future uploads. Oh my god, look, it's Rarity!
Oh, it's really not that bad.
In late 2010, a new generation of My Little Pony was announced to start airing on television. It's all about friendship. Anyone could...
I take that back. It's pretty bad.
Twilight's friends start fighting until Twilight says like 2 sentences and then they all get along. But we still haven't seen Rainbow Dash, so we gotta go play soccer. She looks genuinely worried that they're all getting along. What? Okay, fine, I'll talk about Flash Sentry. Flash Sentry was by far the stupidest inclusion in this whole movie. He's here for one reason and one reason only, because this movie is supposed to be a high school drama. He is a trope and nothing more. Twilight has never shown any romantic interest in anyone, and neither has any of the cast except Rarity. They put zero effort into him. He's the blandest character ever. It blows my mind. It's almost like they added him in post. Like, the movie was made and an executive was like, hey, you remember the love interest character? And the writer was like, oh shit, we forgot. Everyone hates Brad, and he really has no right to be in this movie. Oh, and also a bunch of bronies call him Brad, which I was wrong about in my iceberg video. The reason most people call him Brad is not because he's bland, it's because of the Chad or Brad stereotype, because all the people who had Twilight as their waifu had just had their wife stolen. And they started, yeah, god damn it, I hate this fandom.
What if we all wore these as a sign of unity?
Rarity, stop trying to turn all your friends into furries. She really yelled, like she just thought of this, but there were tails in her bag already. She planned this before she left the house. Also, she's cosplaying as me! I love this song. Listen, compared to other Equestria Girls songs from the future, this is kind of in the middle of the list, but it's still a banger. I remember the lyrics pretty quickly just because I listened to this song so often. It's nostalgic, it's stupid and unrealistic, it's fun. That's what this is. Fun. I'm having fun watching this movie because that's what Equestria Girls is. It's stupid, nonsensical fun. Every complaint I have about Brad means nothing because the rest of this movie just makes up for it. So, since life is a cartoon musical where you sing a little song and all your insipid dreams come true, Twilight is now the most famous girl at school. Oh, and also everyone's a furry. I wish everyone at my school was a furry. Instead, everyone was just homophobic. And then we have this ridiculous scene / plot point, heavy quotes around plot point, where Sunset has cut out pictures of Twilight and poorly glued them to other photos, and it takes Brad to find these photos and prove Twilight's innocence. This scene is so stupid and pointless and just Like, it was thrown in here in post. It doesn't need to exist. In fact, Brad's entire inclusion in this movie could be cut out completely and the movie would still make sense. To prove this, I cut Brad out of the movie. Link in description if you want to see the entire movie, but without Brad. Twilight rushes to Rarity's shop, because of course she just has that, and tells everyone that the dance is postponed.
The fall formal isn't happening tonight. It had to be postponed because Sunset Shimmer had Snips and Snails ruin all of Pinkie Pie's decorations.
And then Pinkie Pie does this.
You're from an alternate world and your pony princess there, and the crown actually has a magical element embedded in it that helps power up other magical elements, and without it, they don't work anymore, and you need them to help protect your magical world. And if you don't get the crown tonight, you'll be stuck in this world, and you won't be able to get back for like a really, really long time.
Because, why not, you know?
Sure would love a scratch behind the old ears.
Oh, that is so creepy. Fluttershy says yay, and then they sing another song to fix the gym.
You're lucky she was able to pull this off. I need this formal to go on tonight just as much as she does.
She's so stupid. Holy crap.
Still fabulous. This is our big night.
Another song. Okay. It's just okay. It does not get the badge of absolute banger or whatever I'm calling it. They all get to the dance and Scootaloo is doing the chicken dance, and in the same shot you can see a guy in the background doing the Gangnam Style. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm so happy for her. Spike gets kidnapped by the Tier 3 subs, and they chase him out to the courtyard to find Sunset holding a sledgehammer.
Tick-tock, Twilight. We haven't got all night.
She rhymed.
Equestria will find a way to survive without my element of harmony. This place might not, if I allow it to fall into your hands.
Except, like, no it won't. Like, Tyrek would take over. I can't tell if Twilight's bullshitting here or not. But it doesn't matter, because Sunset just gives up. She just gets jealous of Twilight and tackles her. And then they fight.
Of course, there's a lot of cheating in there. A lot of they fight.
Sunny wins and does this. And like nowadays I'm thinking, yeah, she's just a demon now. But like this was kind of scary, right? I remember thinking this was scary when I was a kid. I forgot they put the Wilhelm in this movie.
I was bluffing when I said I was going to destroy.
What is her plan? It keeps changing. I actually think her plan really does keep changing. Like, she just has the intellectual capacity of a teenager, and she's just been improvising this whole time. Like, she'll, like, drive people apart, and then she'll be like, yes, I'm some evil mastermind. And then she goes to Equestria having no expectations, finds, a magical artifact, and then she's like, ooh, I'll take this. And then, like, what is she doing? She doesn't know. She's just been winging it this whole time. Kids show, by the way. I think this counts as a death fake out. This anime girl transformation scene makes me think that they were trying to appeal to the anime weebs of the fandom, and it scares me a little bit. Oh, and they have wings now too. I don't get it either. Oh my god, Sad Set Shimmer.
I bet they can teach you.
Redemption arc! She's meant to be a hero, guys.
A true princess in any world leads not by forcing others to bow before her, but by inspiring others to stand with her.
I really wish more parents understood that. Twilight spends her last moments dancing instead of just playing it safe and leaving, only to leave at the literal last possible second.
Oh, bummer.
I'd be upset too, Pinkie.
Did you have fun? What'd you eat?
Oh, nothing, Applejack. You don't need to know. This movie ends with her bumping into Flash again. But the outro song is definitely a banger. It's crazy to me how this one movie managed to kickstart a whole spin-off series that ran alongside the show, but was aired in non-conventional ways at the time. For all of its flaws, I do believe this is a good movie, and I'm really trying to keep my own bias at bay when I say that because this is one of my favorite movies. I really loved Equestria Girls up until Legends of Everfree. The main problem I had with the newer stuff was its lack of tie-ins with a fucking... Shut up! The main problem I had with the newer stuff was the lack of tie-ins with Equestria. I liked going between worlds, but as Equestria Girls became its own thing, we saw less and less ponies, and more stories centered around Equestria Girls. That's not to say the newer Equestria Girls stuff is bad, I just preferred ponies at the time. You see, something to understand about me is that, like, I actually like the show. I know, crazy, but I was never here for the fandom. I was in the fandom, but I was always here for the show and the movies and the official content made by Hasbro. I mean, I was literally the target audience when this movie was released. Over the years, I did end up leaving the target audience range, but I still watched the show. All that said, Equestria Girls 1 isn't actually my favorite Equestria Girls movie. That honor goes to Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks. So let me know if you want to see me do a video on Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks, and don't forget to like and sub. That's all for today. Go watch this movie again, or maybe my edit without Brad, link in description. Bye!